All right, if you've ever found yourself deep in a K-drama binge, you've for sure heard the words Oppa, Unni, hyung, and noona. But what do they really mean? Today, we're going to break down the Korean naming code and show you how these aren't just words, they're basically magic spells for building relationships. So, let's get right into the one question that trips everyone up.
You've seen it a million times, right? Characters are calling each other brother or sister with all this emotion, but they're not actually related. So what's the deal? Why do they do that? Well, you're not alone in wondering, and the answer gets right to the heart of Korean culture. Let's dive in and figure this out together.
Okay, so this is where things get really interesting. In a lot of Western cultures, what's the first thing you do to show you're getting friendly with someone? You start using their first name, right? It's a sign of closeness. But in Korea, it's kind of the opposite. It's all about relationships. Using the right title for someone older than you is how you show you're close. Just calling them by their first name can actually feel a bit cold or, even rude. It's a totally different way of looking at things.
All right, let's get into the 4 basic spells. These are the 4 key words you absolutely need to know to unlock relationships.
Now, this might sound super complicated, but I promise it's not. It really just boils down to 3 simple things. What's your gender? What's their gender? And are they older than you? That's it. That's the whole system.
So here it is, the ultimate cheat sheet. It's super straightforward. If you're a woman, an older guy is Oppa, and an older woman is Unni. Easy. And if you're a man, you'd call an older guy hyung and an older woman noona. See? It's just a simple grid based on those 3 things we just mentioned.
And here's the thing you got to understand. When you use one of these words, you're not just saying a name. You're sending a huge emotional signal. It's basically you saying, hey, I respect you and you're my person now. It's like you're officially welcoming them into your inner circle, almost like family. It's a really powerful way to declare that you've got a special bond.
Okay, theory's done. Let's talk about your first Korean conversation and put this magic into practice.
So how do you actually do this without being awkward? Step 1, ask their age. Seriously, it's not rude in Korea. It's actually a sign that you want to show proper respect. Then, step 2, and this is a pro move, just ask them, how should I call you? This shows you're really trying to get it right. And finally, step 3, just start using the title they give you. You'll be surprised how quickly it builds a super friendly vibe.
Want to sound like a local? Here are a few quick tips for everyday situations. So, in a restaurant, instead of just shouting, "Excuse me," you can call the waitress 어머님, which is this really warm term, kind of like auntie. If you're in a shop, calling the owner 사장님 is always a great respectful choice. And hey, if you need to ask an older person for help on the street, using 할머니 for a grandma or 할아버지 for a grandpa will almost always get you a warm, friendly smile.
All right, time to level up and talk about some mistakes to avoid. Let's make sure a simple word doesn't lead to a super awkward moment. We're going to cover the 5 biggest, most critical mistakes that people make. Pay attention to these because getting them right is a game changer. Okay, this one is huge. Probably the most important rule. You never, and I mean never, use Oppa, Unni, hyung, or noona at work. Those words are for personal relationships. In the office, it's all about professionalism. You use their actual title, like Manager Kim, which is Kim Dae-rimim, or you can use their first name with nim at the end, like Minju-nim. Calling your boss Oppa is a definite no-go.
And here are 4 more quick mistakes to watch out for. First, don't jump the gun. You don't call someone Oppa 2 seconds after meeting them. You gotta build a bit of a friendly vibe first. Second, a simple one, but make sure you get the gender right. A guy calling another guy Onni is, well, it's just wrong. Third, the word for friend, Chingu, is pretty specific. It's only for people who are the exact same age as you. And last but not least, you always attach the title to their first name, not their last name. So it's Chelsu Oppa, never Kim Oppa.
Now, let's talk about something huge, the K-pop connection. This is why global fans all over the world are shouting, Oppa! So what is it about these words? Why do millions of fans from all corners of the globe feel this incredibly deep connection when they use them for their favorite idols? What's going on there?
Well, it really comes down to a few things. First, it creates this kind of pseudo-family bond, right? It makes fans feel like their idol is a real older brother or sister. Second, using these terms correctly shows that you're not just a casual fan. You have a deeper understanding of the culture. Then, of course, there's that little bit of romantic fantasy that mirrors what we see in K-dramas. And finally, the words themselves are just so perfect. They express both respect and closeness all in one shot.
At the end of the day, it's so much more than just a name. It's a way of saying, you are special to me, and our bond really truly matters. It's a message that goes way beyond language.
So there you have it. You now officially know the magic spell. You know how to build these amazing connections. The only question is, who are you going to invite into your circle first?